Before you even reach the attraction, somebody is trying to redirect you. Steve here, Street Smart on the Ground. This is the Scams edition, where we talk about all kinds of scams in the developing world. We've gone over ATM scams, the friendly local scam, taxi scams. Closed attractions will be today's focus. And this is another one to watch out for. Very common. People always trying to give you bad information so that they can redirect you and get you to pay them to do something instead of, hey, I want to go to this attraction. Oh, no, can't do that. I'll unpack this today so you know what to look for, so you can avoid it, how to shut it down if it happens, and what to do if you do get stuck in it. How do you get out of it? So step one, recognition, the setup. Someone approaches you before you get to the entrance of the attraction that you're heading to, and they say, oh, it's closed today. There's a strike or a holiday or maintenance or some other unforeseen circumstance, and this site is not available. This usually happens outside of attractions, so a little bit before the entrance, near transit hubs, maybe in the plaza, walking routes, any place where you're going to find a lot of tourists. You're going to find people that are going to try to pull this scam. Now, the real goal is to convince you this is closed, and they want to redirect you to a different or a better alternative, better for them. The scam usually starts before you even reach the entrance. Step two, shutdown. What to do? Ignore that intel. Just go to the entrance and verify for yourself. And make sure that you get information, official information from official sources. Someone in a uniform. Maybe there's official signage, or there's an official website that you can check. Not just some guy who approached you on the street to tell you, oh, this is closed. Look how nice I am. I'm doing this PSA for you, a public service announcement to make your vacation better. They don't care about your vacation. They care about your wallet. Do not follow them, and do not accept their alternate plans until you go to the entrance and double check everything for yourself. Don't change your plan based on random information from somebody on the street. Now, step three, damage control. If you have followed them, if you're in the scam. So maybe you ended up in an overpriced taxi or in a commission shop, a lot of that going on, or some fake tour operator, which we'll talk about next episode. The action, disengage early. Get out of there, get to a safe place, and leave before any money changes hands. If the money has changed hands, can you get it back? Maybe, but there's a good chance you won't be able to. The earlier you exit the setup, the easier it is to avoid the extraction. So if you feel something's not right, you can shut it down immediately and walk away. Like, no, I can walk another 100 meters, get to the entrance, talk to somebody that actually works at this attraction, find out what the real information is, and chances are it's open and there's no problem. These people are just there trying to intercept you and trying to, again, classic misdirection. Oh no, this isn't open today because blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. Very easy. Don't trust and definitely verify. So most of these scams rely on tourists assuming that the first person they meet is giving them accurate information. And that does happen, by the way. But if you're going to get accurate information, make sure it's from somebody who's legit, as opposed to somebody who's just trying to scam you out of some cash for their own benefit. Verify first, and then only if you get verification, think about alternate plans. But even if you want to do that, you're better off to go back, either find a legit tour operator or go back to your host, if that's an Airbnb or a hotel, or check online for other things that you could do that same day. If I'm planning on going to a museum or some kind of attraction, I usually map out 2 or more for the same day that are close to each other, that only take an hour or 2 to do. It's not a full day thing. So I know if one of them shut down, I have an alternate. I can go to this one instead, and maybe later on this will be open. And it does happen that sometimes attractions are closed. That's happened to me multiple times. But there's always something else to do. And you don't need somebody to hold your hand and take you to that other something if you have your plans laid out ahead of time. You know, I can just go over here. There's another option over there. Or talk to the tourist police. You can usually find those, especially in big cities anywhere on Earth. They're very easy to identify. They're in uniforms, and they have a lot of information. And if they don't have the answers, they can direct you to where the answers are. Now, if you have had any experiences with somebody trying to convince you an attraction was closed and try to redirect you, please, comments below. Any comments or questions, hit me up. Stay safe out there. See you out on the ground next Wednesday.